You think love is all about beauty, money, or status? Think again. With time, women discover a shocking truth. What truly matters in love is not what shines on the outside, but what endures on the inside. When we are young, attraction often feels like a game of appearances, wealth, or social standing. Many chase these illusions, believing they are the key to happiness. But as women grow older, priorities shift. Experience strips away illusions and reveals a deeper truth piece. Respect and emotional safety mean more than money or status ever could. Seneca once said, "Wealth is the slave of a wise man, the master of a fool." A woman who has lived through heartbreak understands this well. She may have been with someone wealthy, but emotionally absent, and learned that comfort without connection feels empty. With maturity comes discernment. An older woman values the partner who listens, communicates with honesty, and shows kindness when it matters most. A mansion built on arrogance will collapse, but a simple home filled with empathy becomes a sanctuary. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Older women know external riches can't heal loneliness. Emotional intelligence becomes the real currency of attraction, the kind that never loses value. Epictetus taught, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." A mature woman embodies this wisdom. She is no longer impressed by flashy gestures. What moves her is respect, patience, and a partner who stands with her through storms. Imagine two men. One drives a luxury car but dismisses her feelings. The other has little, but he listens, cares, and respects her boundaries. It doesn't take long for her to see which man offers true wealth. This shift is not weakness, it is liberation. Love isn't about chasing illusions. It's about finding someone whose heart offers shelter when the world feels heavy. And that is the kind of wealth no money can buy. As women grow older, their view of attraction changes. They no longer chase luxury or grand gestures. Instead, qualities like patience, humor, loyalty, and understanding capture their hearts. What matters is not wealth, but the presence of a partner who brings peace and emotional depth. Marcus Aurelius said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." A man who carries patience and respect colors her life with harmony.
Oh.
Luxury may impress for a moment, but empathy leaves a lasting mark. Dependence also plays a role. Older women often have their own stability. This frees them from being controlled by money. They now choose partners not for financial need, but for emotional compatibility. Seneca wrote, "He is a great man who uses earthenware dishes as if they were silver." In the same way, a simple but genuine love is greater than a hollow one filled with wealth. Think of a woman who once stayed in a relationship only for security. Later, she realized she was rich in freedom once she left. Now, she seeks companionship built on respect, not transactions. Epictetus reminded us, only the educated are free. For her, emotional intelligence is true education. A partner who listens and understands offers more value than riches. This wisdom is passed down. Older women often guide the younger, teaching them not to confuse money with happiness. This shift is liberating, redefines love as mutual respect, patience, and shared humanity. Wealth may build walls, but only kindness builds bridges that last. With age comes a calm wisdom. Older women no longer seek dominance or constant validation. They know that peace, respect, and emotional safety outweigh status or possessions. Life has taught them that what endures is character, not wealth. Marcus Aurelius said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself." For a mature woman, happiness lies in being truly heard and respected, not in chasing what fades with time. They also learn to handle conflict differently. Instead of silence or pride, they value communication and understanding. Seneca wrote, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." Through kindness, they resolve disagreements and create harmony. Imagine a woman who once stayed quiet in arguments, letting resentment grow. With maturity, she now speaks calmly, choosing clarity over anger. that change turns battles into bridges. Epictetus taught, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Emotional intelligence is this mastery. Older women demand respect, yet also offer empathy. They have discovered that true power is not in winning arguments, but in building connection. This perspective transforms not only love, but also friendships, family, and work. Possessions may disappear, but wisdom, empathy, and self-control leave a legacy that outlives wealth. Confidence in older women is not loud. It is steady and unshakable. It comes from storms survived, disappointments endured, and lessons learned. They no longer chase approval. They know their worth. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That is the essence of her confidence. She does not need validation. Her strength comes from within. Confidence in older women is not loud. It is steady and unshakable. It comes from storms survived, disappointments endured, and lessons learned. They no longer chase approval. They know their worth. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That is the essence of her confidence. She does not need validation. Her strength comes from within. Boundaries also become a form of power. Saying no is no longer frightening, but liberating. Seneca reminded us, "He who is brave is free." A woman who protects her energy chooses freedom over pleasing others. She knows her value and will not compromise it for temporary acceptance. Picture a woman who once bent over backward to please everyone, drained and unfulfilled. Now she declines what does not serve her peace. This shift transforms her presence, calm, centered, and magnetic. Epictetus taught, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Emotional stability is that mastery. Older women are less reactive, less desperate, and more grounded. They know they can stand alone, and that knowledge makes them powerfully attractive. This confidence does not fade with age, it grows stronger. It turns them into anchors in families, workplaces, and communities. Their presence radiates assurance, reminding us that true beauty is authenticity born from resilience. With confidence comes freedom. Older women begin to chase dreams they once postponed. They start new careers, explore passions, and live with courage because they no longer fear failure. They understand it is better to try and stumble than to live with regret. Marcus Aurelius said, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." A mature woman lives by this truth. She has seen how short life is, and chooses action over hesitation. This confidence also brings calm. She no longer argues to prove herself. Instead, she listens, responds with wisdom, and radiates peace. Seneca wrote, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." Every challenge she endured shaped her into someone who no longer needs to fight for validation. Picture a woman once restless with doubt, afraid to take risks. In her later years, she finally opens the business she dreamed of, or travels the world alone. Her courage inspires those younger who still battle fear. Epictetus taught, "Freedom is the right to live as we wish." For older women, freedom means choosing authenticity over approval. Their quiet strength makes them magnetic, not because they seek attention, but because they live in truth. This stage of life reveals a powerful secret. Confidence is not bound to youth. It blooms when you stop fearing judgment and start embracing who you are. One of the greatest treasures women gain with age is sharpened intuition. It is not magic, it is wisdom shaped by experience. Years of joy, betrayal, and lessons give them the ability to sense truth quickly, often before words are spoken. Marcus Aurelius said, "Look well into yourself. There is a source of strength which will always spring up if you will always look there." This inner strength becomes a guide. An older woman trusts her instincts because life has proven them right. Younger women may second-guess their feelings, but maturity brings confidence in that quiet inner voice. Epictetus taught, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish." By trusting intuition, she no longer seeks approval. She honors her own wisdom. Consider a woman who once ignored red flags in love, only to suffer later. With age, she sees the signs clearly: a shift in tone, hesitation in words, or false kindness. Now she acts quickly, protecting her peace. Her intuition is her shield. Seneca wrote, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself." Every hardship sharpened her awareness. Each trial became a lesson, making her radar for truth nearly unshakable. This gift extends beyond romance. At work, in friendships, in family, her intuition becomes leadership. People trust her judgment because she sees beyond appearances. What others miss, she notices. This is wisdom at its peak, experience turned into instinct. In the end, her intuition is not a mystery. It is the voice of a lifetime, guiding her toward peace, authenticity, and strength. Intuition, in older women, becomes more than a feeling. It is a form of power. Decades of experience refine it until it becomes a compass that rarely fails. They trust it, and it gives them clarity in love, family, and leadership. Marcus Aurelius said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." A woman whose mind has been shaped by experience sees through appearances. She notices what others overlook and acts with wisdom, not impulse. This trust and intuition frees them from fear. Epictetus taught, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." Older women live by this, cutting off toxic ties quickly, making bold choices without regret. Their inner compass is steady, pointing them toward peace. Picture a woman asked why she doesn't trust someone. She cannot explain with data, but later events prove her right. Her instincts, sharpened by years of lessons, become a shield and a guide. Seneca reminded us, "The wise man is content with himself." An older woman no longer doubts her inner voice. That voice leads her to build stronger relationships, resolve conflicts with clarity, and inspire those around her. Her intuition even extends to career and community. She senses shifts before they happen, protects her well-being, and offers guidance others find uncanny. It looks supernatural, but it is simply wisdom in action. In the end, this sharpened intuition is not just a gift, it is earned truth. It protects her, empowers her, and reminds us that the quiet inner voice, when trusted, is one of life's greatest strengths.